Would you like to shoot like this or this, or maybe even? My name is Mark Hallman, and I played basketball for over a decade and now helped over 800 players reach their basketball goals. And yes, I know it sounds crazy, but 800 is true. All right. How to shoot in 4 steps. Let's dive in, man. All right. As I told you before, this is the BAMR system. It stands for base, alignment, motion, and release. And it was created by yours truly. All right. So, the base. Your base is your foundation. When you shoot, you should start by standing with your feet about shoulder width apart. Don't worry, I will have videos attached to this presentation so you'll be able to see it in real time. Both feet should point in the same direction. They can be slightly angled, but they should match. So let's say you're a right handed shooter and your feet slightly tilt towards the left. That's fine. Just make sure both feet tilt to the left. Don't have one tilting to the left and then the other one straight on towards the basket, right? Your knees should be slightly bent, not locked, right? When you're trying to generate power for your shot, all of the strength comes from your entire body. It's not just your shoulders, it's not just your arms where we're just pushing the shot. Everything starts from the ground up. Clay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters of all time, calls this a reverse waterfall, right? The water, and the metaphorical water in this case, starts at your feet and it travels all the way up throughout the rest of your body and it exits your body through the release point. So make sure your power comes from your legs. When your feet are aligned and your knees are bent, you will feel stable and controlled. Imagine throwing some kind of ball with one foot on the ground and the other one just hanging in the air, right? Imagine throwing and catching like that. You're going to feel a bit off balance because your base is weak. You only have one foot holding you together, right? That's why I mentioned being shoulder width apart. All right, let me show you this first video here. So, take a look at this, right? My feet are about shoulder width apart. They are not directly aligned towards the basket, right? The basket is straight in front of me, but my feet are facing slightly towards the left, as you can see. My feet are balanced. I'm not all out of control. It's a strong base. Alignment. This is the second step within the BAMR system. This is the A. So we have base, now we have alignment. Alignment refers to the path the basketball travels. The ball should move in a straight line from around your hip area to about your eye level. It should stay close to your body. When the ball swings outward like this, right? When you're pushing the ball like this, you're going to be pushing that shot, right? And it becomes much harder to control. So I always tell my players to think of your basketball shooting alignment like a conveyor belt. Everything stays on the same side of your body. If you're a right-handed shooter, it'll be your right side. If you're a left-handed shooter, it'll be your left side. Everything stays on that same side and moves in a straight line. Because remember, straight lines create consistency. All right. And the less unnecessary movement that you have, the more accurate your shot becomes, right? You want to have a one motion shot, you want to have a fluid shot. This alignment keeps everything together. So here we go. See that? As soon as I catch, that basketball goes up in that straight line into the release. One more time. Catch. Oh no. Right here. Catch. Straight up. One more time. Catch. Straight up. Motion. This is how your body and the ball work together. This is the third part of the BAMR system. Remember, guys, it's only 4 steps, not difficult, right? This is how your body and the ball work together. When the ball goes down, your knees should bend. And when the ball goes up, your legs should extend. Your body and the basketball should share one easy, fluid motion, right? If you've ever seen somebody shoot a basketball and they dip down as the basketball is going up and then they just chuck it, it looks disgusting and it's not consistent because their motion is not all together, right? The basketball is moving up while their body's moving down, or vice versa. And you don't want that. Whenever I get into my shot, you'd be able to see this in real time. I catch and then my whole body moves down with the basketball, and then I go up with my body and the ball. When everything moves together, it's just smooth and natural. And this connection is what will create that rhythm and that power without having to throw the ball hard. Great shooters look effortless because their motion is connected. Let me show you another video example. All right. Dribble pickups. By the way, I don't know what the heck happened behind me. These kids playing soccer. All right. One more time. Boom. Right. As I'm going up, the ball is moving up. As the ball is down, I'm down. Boom. And the last step within the BAMR system is the release. This is how the basketball should leave your hand. At the top of your shot motion, straighten your shooting arm fully. I work with a few players that have a short arm in their shot, right? They don't extend their elbow all the way. And to go all the way crazy, because I actually dealt with some elbow pain over the years because I would shoot at least 400 shots a day. So it put a lot of stress on my elbow. So I don't want to tell you to lock your elbow, but throughout, my years of learning how to shoot and getting better at it and becoming a consistent shooter, right? I don't want to brag about too many things in my life, but this is like the one thing I know I'm good at is shooting, right? Um, so yeah, man, I think having an extension of your arm is nice. You don't have to fully like lock it, but get that arm extended. Don't short arm your shot. Flick your wrist forward on the release as well. One thing I tell my players all the time is, hey man, wherever your wrist goes is where the ball is going to go. Right? So if you shoot that shot, let's say the basket is directly in front of me, right? And after I shoot, my wrist is pointing out this way. Guess where the ball is going to go? That basketball is going to go out here. Same, have my wrist fly out this way, the basketball is going to go out there. So that wrist alignment is also very important, right? When you flick that shot, boom, everything has to be directed at the basket. All right. If your wrist turns sideways, the ball will spin sideways and it will drift off course. So a proper release will give that basketball the smooth backspin you're looking for and better control. Let me show you some releases. Boom. Right. If we take a look, let me rewind. Take a look at where my wrist is, right? We're in the shot, boom. It might be a bit difficult to tell, but my wrist is directly pointed at the basket, right? You could see it there too. Boom, right? Nothing changes even though we get further away from the basket, right? Form shooting is just the same. I'm off screen there, but I'll get into the middle in a second. Ready? Right here. Right? You could definitely see that my wrist is pointed towards the rim. My whole body is pointed towards the rim. And if we were to go through every step of the BAMR system, you can see my base is aligned, right? I'm standing about shoulder width apart. As the ball is going up, my body is going up. I started with the ball down. Now look at that explosion, right? The ball went up, so my body is going up with it. My body is straight. I'm not bending to one side or the other. My guide hand is staying on this side. It's not turning in, right? And that wrist flicks directly towards the basket. Boom. All right. Boom. So that is the BAMR system.